Hi everyone, this is Tanya the Lady Strange. I am going to be doing a deck review. I haven't done one of these in a little bit, probably since October, I believe, during my 31 Days of Strange. If you're interested in my strangeness or anything I presented or things from my collection or interest, feel free to go back and check those out. So with that being said, I've been using this deck for the past couple weeks for the weekly readings for the collective. Again, I'm uploading the current one now. YouTube's taking forever, but YouTube is what YouTube is. So with that being said, I'm doing a deck review of the tarot, the Pythonic tarot. Now this deck I finally did. I got the guidebook right here. It is actually written and illustrated in the guidebook by Jessica Shaw. Now, again, I said in my weekly reading video that I purchased mine. It's been out a couple years. I purchased mine from the Etsy shop, Raven the World Trade. I believe they're taking a break. And there's only a limited number of these left out there. This is an indie deck, so she is rather pricey. But she's worth, as I mentioned already several times in my most recent videos, that she's definitely worth the investment. I am glad I finally made that decision to get that within the past recent couple months of this year. I should have waited so long. But it came to me when it was meant to. And it certainly has a very evocative voice. It's a beautiful masterpiece of art, intuitive energy, and if you are a practitioner, you're a witch, you're an intuitive, you're a card collector, or into art, this is a deck I highly recommend and is worth checking out. So here's the guidebook. It's a nice guidebook. As you can see, it's good size. Now, for example, it's not pictures of the actual items, but just look at that artwork just for that. So as you can see, it just has that, there's a divider between the minor and the major arcana type of thing. This deck is I believe it was painted by the artist. I don't know if it was oil painted, and I know it was a very, from what I researched prior to that and stalked, should I say, is that basically it was done and it was a labor of love, interest, and connection. And I feel connection with this deck. And there is male presented figures in it, such as the Horned God. It has a very underworld voice, a very pagan voice. Can be left-hand path, or if you're not a left-hand practitioner, and just into the woods and into the journey of the soul, into the journey of your magic and your psyche. This speaks to me different each time, as I mentioned, as it comes up. So again, nice guidebook. Nice and meaty. You get a nice takeaway story with each card in the major and the minor arcana. But you also get keywords and things like that that are traditional, like to the Rider-Waite-Smith type of system, etc. Down here is the backs, which you see in the cover. It is a matte cardstock, most like traditional tarot. Kind of like this. I do not shuffle my cards. It's a pet peeve of mine because I already beat them up enough as it is. I try to be better with them and more respectful because they are a great aid in my divination and toolkit. And for my magic, I use them for so many things, not just divination and reading for myself or others, but for path working, healing, shadow work, growth, and magic and ritual. So there's that. So there is a extra card, I believe, or two in this. It's an extra death card, as I mentioned, and they're gorgeous. I love how death is. That's the reason, one of the reasons I got that. Obviously, I work with underworld and death energies, so yeah. Death card is one I always look for in the tarot, and it's one of the make or break types of things. But it's even the minor arcana in this deck are not like peppish. They're actually very well done. So I'm going to show you some of the cards. You can always look at some of my most recent videos too if you want to check out how this deck plays in action, or speaks through the guides. The suits have been renamed as some of the major arcana, etc. I find it effective and not irritating or pretentious as a lot of the mass-produced, I'm sorry, but so many decks, tarot decks, are being pumped out now. And Tanya's not in one. This is my own gnosis in this. I want something that is artistic and not cartoony. Yes, I have a few of those types of decks, and yes, they have a time and a place, and I use them for various times. Not saying that, not bashing anyone that has that, but I like decks that are very evocative, esoteric, have a higher meaning. They make you really look at them and think and trying to change your perceptions inside and out and get in touch with your feelings, and also to show others, how to do so too. That's what magic is, that's what divination is, and that's what guidance is. Or at least I hope it is. Well, that's my gnosis. So here is the Queen of Crystals. I'll show you some cards. Try not to be too rambly or long. Six of Chalices, which is Six of Cups, obviously. Look at that Empress. There's just so much power to this deck. Love this Chariot. Look at that. Reminds of going to the Sabbath. Night flight, the witch's flight, astral travel. Much like I'm known for doing astral traveling and realm traveling and journeying in my sleep. And also being pulled by entities I work with and beings. And being shown a lot of stuff, or that will eventually be shown and led to a lot of things that have taught me new things or helped me to embrace my past. Three of Chalices. I love the colors in this. Look at that Queen of Wands. Six of Crystals. There is nudity in this, so if that bothers you with this, but you've already been on my channel, then you probably know I work with very uncommon or dark, confronting decks. They may trigger others. Yeah. We're all adults here, or should be. Princess of Blades, look at her. Two of Chalices. I don't have to read off every title, but Three of Wands. I always look for the Queen of Swords or Queen of Blades in a deck because I identify, that's one I identify as, and many other readers or people I know identify me as a Queen of Wands, or Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, yeah, whatever. But look at her, that is the Queen of Blades to me. You can see the representative of the RWS type of symbology there too. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's hopefully get some more majors now. The High Priestess. Lucky. The High Priestess is one of my two birth cards. It's appropriate in so many ways. Okay, so look at that. And look at that eclipse in the background, like the eclipse on that looking type of thing. Going across the veil, the liminal. Seeing beyond, feeling, being still yet powerful and reflective, and knowing yourself. But also knowing others and being very observant without having to be forceful or take action. again. Let's see if I can find another major. Let's see. So the majors in this deck is what made me really want it. Here's one. The World. There's another. You can really feel the worlds in this card, meaning this could be really used for traveling and path working and meditation. Look at this magician. This is the sorceress. Exactly. The sorceress. That's what magic is to me. Being a sorceress or a sorcerer. Creating your will, knowing your truth, your true will, your strengths, and alchemy and using your tools. And being creative and reworking things. And creating magic. Magic in all aspects of the life. The magic and the mundane. Not to make this too lengthy, let's just see, this can come up in a previous, get this one a lot, but I've been getting this one. Oh, here's an example, King of Crystals. Pan, the horn god, Cyrano's no, sorry, I cannot pronounce things appropriate, I'm not going to even hide that I don't. The devil, you know, the woodland devil, the divine masculine, he who leads in the forest, the power, the truth bringer. Could say Lucifer. There's all different incarnations of that. And as a guide. So that is definitely one of my favorites. So the Wheel of Fortune, the Web of Weird. Love, love, love that with the 3 fates. See if I can find to wrap this up. Oh, I want to show the strength. And lastly, let's see if I can find. Let's see if I can find one of the deaths. She's gonna hide on me too. Okay, here's one. And you work for it. Here's death. This one does have nudity. Look at that. I love that scythe and love that. Look at that. Beautiful. That reminds me of Hecate. Also reminds me of one of my favorite comic book characters, and still will be. I would love to get a tattoo of it, Lady Death. Lady Death, to me, is a representation of Hecate in one of her guises and epithets. But I would love to get a tattoo of that. And I love Lady Death. But I love this image, and this would be a nice representation for both, actually, and a great one to have. But look at that. Yeah. Death, change, reaping, getting rid of the old, the new, beginnings, change, liminality. So, thanks for watching this. I hope, again, if you have any questions about this deck or my experience or anything else you would like to clarify, please comment below. Please like and comment and subscribe. If you like this or any of the decks I've shown in the past or anything of my content, it is greatly appreciated as it helps my channel grow. And thanks for listening to my rambles, and stay strange.